In today's dynamic business environment, knowledge is one of our most valuable assets. However, there is a silent and costly problem affecting many organizations: knowledge leakage. This phenomenon occurs when critical know-how leaves the company with the departure of key employees, whether through retirement, role change, or exit from the company. The consequences of this loss are significant. They translate into increased downtime, the repetition of previously resolved errors, and ultimately substantial financial losses. The experience accumulated over years by our technicians and experts is dissipated, leaving gaps that are difficult to fill. The central question we must address is: how can we capture this know-how before it disappears? How do we transform the practical experience of our technicians into an accessible and reusable resource for the entire organization? Our goal is to turn this individual expertise into structured, up-to-date knowledge available 24/7. This not only mitigates the risk of loss, but also enhances the company's ability to learn and adapt. By systematizing knowledge, we create a solid foundation for internal training, efficient troubleshooting, and continuous improvement of our processes. It's a strategic investment in our organization's collective intelligence. One of the biggest challenges when trying to capture knowledge is the expert's own perception of their expertise. It's common to hear an experienced technician say, "I don't know, I just do it this way because I've done it 1,000 times." This response, although sincere, hides a great deal of implicit and automated knowledge. Technicians often underestimate the complexity and value of their own expertise. What is routine for them is an invaluable skill for others. Our task is to go beyond this apparent simplicity and extract the richness of their knowledge. The solution lies in asking the right questions, those that invite reflection and reveal the mental processes behind actions. It's not just about asking how, but also why and what if. This allows us to access the underlying logic and critical decisions that guide their work. There are key techniques for extracting this hidden knowledge. One is the use of situational questions, such as, "What would you do if you encountered this unexpected breakdown?" Another effective technique is encouraging the technician to think out loud while performing a task, verbalizing each step and decision. Additionally, recording their actions and using visual aids, such as a mobile camera or GoPro, can capture details that words alone cannot convey. For example, when capturing the steps for maintaining an inverter, we don't just record the sequence of actions. We also ask the technician to explain their reasoning for each adjustment, share past experiences with similar failures, and mention the tricks they've learned over time. This combination of action, thought, and experience is what truly constitutes know-how. Capturing knowledge doesn't require large initial investments, but rather a methodical approach and the intelligent use of resources. Fundamentally, we need 3 key elements: time, the right questions, and a good recording device. Plan time is crucial to sit down with experts and document their knowledge. Knowing what to ask and how to ask them is the art of extracting knowledge. Questions should be open-ended, specific, and aimed at uncovering practical details and critical decisions. A good recorder, whether audio or video, is essential for documenting without losing any valuable details. There are 4 effective methods we can employ for this capture. Each offers a unique and complementary perspective for extracting our technicians' expertise. Combining these methods allows us to obtain a complete and detailed view. The first method is field recording. This involves recording technicians as they perform their actual tasks in the work environment. During the recording, they are asked to explain their actions as they execute them, verbalizing each step and each decision. This captures knowledge in its most authentic context. The second method is semi-structured interviews. Here, we prepare a guide of questions, but leave room for spontaneity regarding unexpected topics. The main focus is on asking about specific tricks, past mistakes from which lessons were learned, and atypical decisions made in complex situations. It is vital to record and transcribe these interviews for later analysis. The third method involves reviewing informal notes. Many technicians keep personal notebooks, notes, or even post-it notes with critical information that isn't digitized. Examining these documents and asking the technician why that specific information was recorded can reveal valuable, undocumented insights. Finally, the fourth method is silent observation followed by a discussion. The technician is observed performing a task without interruption, allowing the process to flow naturally. Once the task is completed, a detailed discussion is conducted, asking about the reasoning behind each step and each decision made. This approach is excellent for capturing implicit knowledge. Capturing knowledge is only the first step. Its true value is realized when it can be found, understood, and applied by others. Accumulating information is useless if it remains disorganized and inaccessible. Therefore, it is essential to structure knowledge from the beginning, considering its future usefulness. A well-defined structure facilitates the retrieval and practical application of know-how. It allows a new technician or manager to quickly find the information they need to solve a problem or understand a process. The key is to create a logical framework that categorizes information intuitively. An example of a capture structure might include the following elements. First, the associated asset or system, such as a Q14 switchboard or a filling line 2. This anchors the knowledge to a specific component. Second, the actual task or situation, for example, replacing a contactor or cyclic pressure drop. This defines the operational context. Third, the sequence of actual steps, detailing each action with explanations and the decisions made at each point. This is crucial for replicating the process. Fourth, common problems and their practical solutions, including atypical situations and how to resolve them. This anticipates and prepares for future challenges. Fifth, personal notes and expert recommendations. These are the tricks and tips that only experience can offer. Finally, it's vital to include multimedia support, such as videos, audio, images, or PDFs, that complement and enrich the textual information. These visual and auditory elements can convey knowledge more effectively than text alone. Let's consider a practical example. Structuring information about adjusting a variable frequency drive. This would include the specific equipment, the problem the adjustment solves, the detailed sequence of steps, solutions to common problems that may arise during the process, and the expert technician's personal recommendations. This organization allows anyone, even without prior experience, to follow the guide and apply the knowledge effectively. This structuring methodology transforms raw information into a highly efficient learning and reference resource. It is the basis for building a knowledge library that truly serves the organization. Once the information has been captured and structured, the next critical step is to digitize it. This process transforms raw knowledge into a reusable digital asset accessible to the entire organization. Digitization not only preserves know-how, but also makes it dynamic and adaptable to future needs. Digitalization allows knowledge to be integrated into management systems, easily shared and efficiently updated. It bridges the gap between individual experience and the collective intelligence of the company. To achieve this, we can employ various advanced tools and techniques. One of the first solutions is audio-to-text conversion. Using high-precision automatic transcription systems, such as Whisper, Otter, or Descript, allows voice recordings to be transformed into editable text. This greatly speeds up the documentation process and makes searching for information easier. Next, we can apply intelligent processing technologies. Artificial intelligence tools, such as ChatGPT, Claude, or RAG-based systems, can summarize key concepts and extract relevant information from large volumes of text. This helps synthesize knowledge and identify the most important points. Thematic classification is another fundamental pillar. Organizing knowledge by categories such as machine, symptom, cause, and action allows for logical and efficient retrieval. This structured classification is essential for building coherent and easy-to-navigate knowledge databases. Finally, the implementation of semantic search systems is a significant advance. Unlike keyword search, which only finds exact matches, semantic search understands the meaning and context of the query. Using vectors and databases like Pinecone or Weaviate, these systems can find relevant information even if the exact keywords are not used, dramatically improving the ability to find expertise. A practical example of digitalization is the use of AI to extract key information from interviews with maintenance managers. From these conversations, AI can automatically generate reusable data sheets, procedure summaries, or checklists. This not only saves time, but also standardizes the creation of technical documents, ensuring that knowledge is captured and presented in a consistent and efficient manner. The idea of capturing all of a company's knowledge may seem overwhelming. However, the key is not to initiate a massive and complex project, but simply to get started. The smallest, most consistent actions can generate significant momentum and demonstrate the value of this initiative. We don't need a large initial investment, just the willingness to take the first step. The principle is simple. Identify a manageable starting point and build from there. Experience tells us that well-executed pilot projects are the best way to validate the methodology and gain the necessary support to scale. It's better to start small and well than to try to expand too much and fail. I propose a challenge to start tomorrow. First, identify 3 key people in your organization. Choose 3 individuals with critical experience, those whose knowledge is invaluable and whose departure would represent a significant loss. They can be expert technicians, engineers with years of service, or managers with a deep understanding of the processes. Once identified, ask them to explain a specific task. This task should be complex, frequent, or high risk. For example, a startup procedure for a critical machine, troubleshooting a recurring breakdown, or a specialized preventive maintenance process. The goal is to capture the detail and complexity of their expertise. Record, transcribe, and structure the information you obtained from these 3 people. Use the techniques and structure we've discussed. This exercise will allow you to familiarize yourself with the process and see the results firsthand. The second actionable challenge is to create a pilot worksheet. Turn the captured explanation of one of these tasks into a visual guide. This can be a PDF document, a PowerPoint presentation, or even a worksheet within an internal application. The format should be clear, concise, and easy to follow. Then, show this record to a new or less experienced technician. Ask them to attempt the task using only the guide you created. Measure the results. How long did it take? Did they make mistakes? Did they need additional help? This feedback is crucial for assessing the value of the record and refining the capture and scanning process. These small steps will not only capture valuable knowledge, but also build trust and enthusiasm within your team. They will demonstrate that it is possible to transform individual experience into a collective asset. Capturing know-how isn't just a defensive measure to prevent knowledge loss. It's fundamentally a proactive strategy that accelerates learning across the entire company. By transforming individual experience into a shared resource, we're building a smarter, more resilient, and more adaptable organization. The result of this effort is the transformation of personal experience into accumulated value. Each piece of knowledge captured and digitized becomes another building block in a database of collective intelligence. This fosters a culture of shared knowledge, where collaboration and continuous learning are the norm. Imagine the progression. An expert technician explains a complex procedure. That explanation becomes a structured digital record. New technicians use that record to perform the task autonomously, and artificial intelligence assists by answering technical questions based on that knowledge. This virtuous cycle elevates everyone's capabilities. This process not only improves operational efficiency, but also empowers employees, reduces dependence on key individuals, and ensures business continuity. It's an investment in your organization's future. We invite you to take the next step in this transformation journey. In our next video, we'll delve deeper into Smart Data Sheets, the new living manual, where we'll explore how to take these guides to the next level with advanced technologies. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss this content and continue building a smarter company together.